Our people have had a long experience of imperialism, occupation, racism, sectarianism. We were inspired by black people like Martin Luther King to march for our civil rights in the 60s. We were shot dead on the streets like people were in Sudan when they went for their rights, and we continue our struggle, and that's why as an Irish person on St. Patrick's weekend, we stand in solidarity with all other groups who are facing imperialism, oppression and racism. Particularly this weekend, as we get ready for the anniversary of that great crime that happened. Many people came to Aotea to live here in peace, including myself. It was a beautiful country to live in, to not experience that horrible realization that a great crime has happened. And I remembered Oma, I remembered Enniskillen. Last year it all froze, it all happened, and you knew what was going to happen. We were going to see the pictures of the old people. We're going to see the pictures of the children. We're going to learn about the lovers who were lost. And that's what fascism did. That's what fascism stole. Don't call it white supremacists. If you think that they're only after black people, if you think that they're only after Jews or Muslims, you want to wake up. Because this is an evil that's coming for everybody in society, including our organisations, the unions, the working class. Remember what Pastor Niemöller said. First they came for the trade unionists, then they came for the socialists, then they came for the Jews, and then they came for me. And there was no one left to speak for me. The reason that they hate us, the reason that they scapegoat people, the reason that they try to divide people is because they're scared what happens when people unite. They're scared what happens when black and white, men and women, gay and straight, Muslim and Christian stand together. And then we start realizing where the problems in society really comes from. They don't come from each other. Look at us here. We're all in peace together. We all want the same things. We all want a house to live in. We want a home. We want our children to be healthy. We hope that our children are not going to die in the next few months with what the world's facing. And yet all around the world we've got people trying to whip us up, trying to divide us, trying to get us to hate each other, to fight each other. Why? Because they're scared if we unite that we'll get rid of this rotten system. You know? That we'll build a new system that takes care of people, that builds houses, that has jobs for everybody. Because unemployment is not caused by migrants. The housing crisis in Auckland is not caused by Chinese people or Indian students. It's caused by governments that are not building enough housing for people. You know, low wages are not caused by migrants. And here I'd salute people like Anu Kaladi and Julia Liu, who've been in organising people who have been ripped off in this country on $7 or $8 an hour in every liquor store, but also on all these construction sites you see around the country. They're ripping off migrant workers, and we have to unite with migrant workers together against exploitation and identify the real enemy, which is that tiny minority of wealthy people who benefit out of this system by dividing us, by ruling us. And so on this anniversary, we should remember all of the people who were lost. We should also, I think, say that in our society there has been an amazing response from the majority of people against racism. There is no extreme right-wing party in this country at the minute like there is in France on 20% or Italy on 20% or Hungary or whatever. And our eyes should be on hate mongers like Shane Jones, like Winston Peters. Winston Peters said that every mosque in this country was a den, a snake's den, from which many headed hydra could appear. He said that 10 years ago. But that kind of hate speech from people emboldens the right-wing extremists. It emboldens the Nazis. It legitimizes their existence. Every left-wing or right-wing politician who says the reason why we don't have enough housing is because of the migrants coming over here with too many migrants, that gets them off the hook for not building the houses and blame on Chinese people, Indian people, for the things they do. We need to stand up to those politicians. And that's why an organisation like Love Aotea Hate Racism was founded by Maori people, was founded by Muslim people, was founded by the people in the union movement. And in our union movement, we bring together all the cultures of the world. We work together day to day, defending each other. We need to, in the next few years, as we're faced with economic crisis now, as we're faced with the fear of the coronavirus, and you can see it on the streets today. Pacifica is cancelled. St. Patrick's Day is smaller than it was. And even the attendance here is smaller than it was. Because people now have fear. We're getting fear non-stop from the media. And look what Trump said. Look what that devil said. That America was invaded, not by a virus, by a foreign virus. Trying to make us scared of Asian people. Trying to make us scared of Iranian or Muslim people. Trying to make us scared of Italian people. We need to stick together in the next few months and the next few years, because fear can be twisted into hatred and racism and violent attacks on people. And we're starting to see that with our Asian communities now. Let's stand together. Let's love Aotearoa. But let's hate racism. It's a strong word, but we should be strong and drive these snakes away like St. Patrick drove them away from Ireland all those years ago. Thank you very much. Love Aotearoa and hate racism.